The number one thing is don't listen to the hype. I mean, the hype is out there. Everybody say this and everybody say that about Georgia. But if we go out and lose Georgia Southern the first game of the season, who's going to think about Georgia? We're going to drop from the polls. We won't even be ranked. So, I mean, you just can't listen to the hype. I mean, we just got to go out and play Georgia football.
Last year, the Florida game, the celebration, y'all have anything planned this year?
No, I mean, the celebration wasn't planned. I mean, it was just a chain reaction that happened.
How do you keep your head on straight when you got guys on the defensive line just falling all around you, suspensions, dismissal? How do you keep your head on straight?
Well, we just have to reevaluate ourselves and know what we really want and know that what's our big task at hand and knowing what we're here for. I mean, guys going to get in trouble. Guys going to be guys. I mean, we can't really predict the future. We don't know what's going to happen between now and here. So, I mean, we just got to think about Georgia football and just see how we could get better.
Talk about how the offense changed once Knowshon Moreno started getting the ball.
Oh man, I mean, Knowshon, he's a great running back. I mean, I think the offense changed when the offensive line picked up and the receivers started catching more, and then I mean it just opened holes for Knowshon to do what he did. I mean, he's a great running back. Can't take nothing from him, but without offensive lineman, you would never hear about Knowshon Moreno, or you'd never hear about Matthew Stafford if he gets sacked 30 times a game. So, I mean, it starts with the offensive line. So that's what helped Knowshon out. I mean, he's a great running back.
Speaking of getting sacked 30 times a game, you feel good to do that for White?
Oh, man, I mean, that was great. That was for a prime example. Cole Branham. Never heard about it after the Georgia game. If he I mean, it just goes to show with the offensive line, you see what happened.
Talk about Billy Martinez, top coaches here.
Oh man, Coach Martinez is a great coach. He recruited me from Florida, so you know he's from Fort Lauderdale. So I mean, he always stays on me because he knows without a great defensive line, I mean, his secondary can't perform well. So I mean, he's tough. He's a great motivator. He has great speeches. He gives the great speeches.
Aside from your offensive line, who do you think's got the best offensive line in the league?
In the SEC, Tennessee has a great offensive line. So does Alabama. So a lot of good teams with great offensive linemen. It's a tough question.
Jeff, you ever feel like the defense is really sharing the player offense? A lot of great players on the defense do that.
Well, I mean, those are the guys that sells. I mean, I don't think that we get overshadowed. I mean, we know that we just have to go out and play week in and week out. I mean, as long as my team win, that's fine with me. You have to never hear about Jeff Owens. As long as I get my job done and do whatever I can to help my team win, that's okay with me.
What would you say the defining moment of last year was?
I have to say we lost to Tennessee up in Knoxville. That changed our whole game plan around. I mean, felt after that game we had to reevaluate ourselves and look in the mirror and see what we really wanted.
How excited were you guys last year? You came out, you saw the blackout, the jerseys on, saw the crowd, everything, the emotion of that. Y'all planning the blackout anybody again this year?
I'm not sure. I didn't even know we was going to have a blackout. I mean, I didn't even know we even had black jerseys. I never heard of black jerseys at Georgia. I heard them at Florida State, but not at Georgia. But I mean, that game was wild. I mean, we came back in that locker room, had them black jerseys laid out, everybody went crazy. I mean, I think we made more noise than that than they was outside in the stadium. But I mean, that helped us out a whole lot. I think it just gave guys that swagger, just knowing that we Georgia and we here.
Anything less than a trip to Miami at the end of the year in January, would it be a disappointing season?
Well, I mean, it's a long road. I mean, who knows what we're going to end up, what bowl we're going to play in? Who knows we're even going to make a bowl game? I mean, all thing we can control is our effort and how we play on the field. So I mean, we don't know what's going to happen in the future. I mean, it'd be nice to go down to Florida, but hey, it's not in our control. So all thing we control is just playing Georgia football.
What's the biggest rivalry for you guys? Who do you guys think collectively as a team? Everybody said we want to beat this team the most. Who all would you say? Everybody, one team.
One team, I'd say Georgia Tech. Just being in Georgia, I mean, you don't want to lose the in-state rivalry. I mean, it'd be crazy. I mean, we have bragging rights for a year. I mean, they haven't beat us in the past few years, but we know they're gunning for us. I mean, Tech is a big game every year. I say that's our biggest rivalry.
Yeah, we talked about playing against Tim Tebow and what the Florida rivalry is all about for you guys.
Well, since I am from Florida, I mean, it makes it even bigger. So I left my home state to go to Georgia. And Tim Tebow is a great quarterback. He's one of the best in the league. He's the Heisman Trophy winner. I mean, we know that he's going to bring his A game when he plays Georgia, because last year we got after him and we beat him. But we know that Florida's, they're going to come. I mean, that's a big rivalry game. I mean, Florida and Georgia. That's all I can say. I mean, that speaks for itself.
You talked to Coach Rick out of the social
He actually knows how to do it.
You know we're going to ask him to do it.
If he do it, if y'all ask him to do it and he do it, I'll do it with him.
Oh.
But he has to do it with me, though.
This is one of the toughest guys in the league you've ever had to watch. One of the toughest guys. These guys are tough to go up against.
I'd say the Ole Miss offensive lineman. Those were big, strong guys. Them guys were tough. I mean, they ran the football on us. I mean, they got out those past 2 years. They did. I'd say they were some big guys up front.